Okay, so this one's called a spinal roll-up, and it strongly resembles a sit-up, but it's not a sit-up. The intent of the exercise matters almost more than the exercise itself. By thinking about the exercise differently, you can target different tissue in different ways. And especially because we're going very, very slow, we're targeting more of the spine and the rib cage versus what we call the core, which is an arbitrary term because really the core is everything here, including the spine, everything. So let's forget the word core and just consider this kind of like a spinal articulation, like a car that you do in tabletop. So here's what it looks like. You're going to need a yoga block or a medicine ball or anything that you can hold like this between two hands and has some weight to it. So your feet are going to be planted, including all your toes, and you're just going to start on your back, the way you would with a sit-up. But again, the intent is different. So you're going to hug the yoga block, and then from here, you're going to go from the top of the spine to the bottom of the spine into a seated position. So from here, you're going to tuck the chin, make a double chin on purpose, keep holding the block. From here, you're going to lift your head off the floor. Then from here, slowly, you're going to lift off one vertebrae at a time. So I'm going to stop talking so that I can actually show you. So it's harder than it looks, and it feels like core work. That's not really the intent. So what you're doing is taking your spine and curving your way up into a seated position and taking every single part of the spine and rolling it like a slinky, the way that we always do. This has a purpose, I promise. It flows into whatever's coming next, and you'll see what I mean. I'm trying to find awareness in the spine, especially in the T-spine, which we tend to keep super locked, because how often do we move like this? Not very often. So especially when you're here, I really want you to think about tucking the pelvis underneath, because if you're like this, then that's just more of a sit-up. But if you're more like this versus like that, then you're initiating the movement from the lumbar spine, which is what we're looking for. So again, without the block, tuck the pelvis under. The key is keeping the feet planted. Keep them planted, keep them rooted. Tuck the hips, try to bring the pubic bone closer to the sternum. Slow, slow, slow. And from here, don't plop down, don't plop down. Slow, slow until the head comes along for the ride. And that's it. So now that you've got the exercise down and you know the intent, you're gonna do, let's say, 6 to 8 of those. Let's see what I think of when I actually put this in your program. So yeah, that's that one. Spinal roll up or roll down, roll up, roll down.